Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to continue our chapter Types of Sentences. In the previous class, we studied about the declarative and imperative sentences. In today's class, we are going to study interrogative and exclamatory sentences. What is interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences are used to ask questions. They are used to ask questions. Clear? The sentences which are asking questions are known as interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, the auxiliary verbs comes first and the subject follows it. The sentence begins with auxiliary verb. Interrogative sentences, the sentence begins with auxiliary or helping verbs and then it is followed by the subject. Auxiliary verbs are am, is, are, was, were, has, have, had, can, could, shall, should, will, would. All these are the auxiliary verbs. When interrogative sentences are beginning with auxiliary verbs and then followed by the subject. Dear children, interrogative sentences are of two types. The first one is yes, no type question. Yes, no type question. Dear children, what is yes, no type question? If I write here the declarative sentence and then we'll convert it into interrogative sentence, let us how. If I write here, you are 11 years old. You are 11 years old. We can see it's a simple statement. It's a declarative sentence. And if we change this into interrogative sentence, what we do? We write auxiliary verb in the beginning and then followed by the subject. What is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? Are is the auxiliary verb. Are. Followed by the subject. What is the subject? You is the subject. Are you 11 years old? Are you 11 years old? At the end we write question mark because we have converted this declarative sentence into interrogative sentence by interchanging the position of the subject and the auxiliary verb. Clear? So, one more example I'll be writing here. If I write here, Rohini writes stories. Rohini writes stories. Dear children, it's also a declarative sentence. Isn't it? It's a simple statement. It's a declarative sentence. Now, if we change this declarative sentence into interrogative sentence, we have studied that we just interchange the position of the auxiliary verb and the subject. Can you see any auxiliary verb in this sentence? No. We cannot see any auxiliary verb. But here the verb is writes and it is given in simple present tense. Dear children, when we do not get any auxiliary verb in the declarative sentence and the sentence is given in simple present and simple past, we do the auxiliary verbs do, does. We just use do, does or did in the beginning of the sentence. If the word is in simple present tense, we use do or does. If the word is in past tense, we use the auxiliary verb did in the beginning of the sentence. Clear? So we can see here in this sentence, writes is the verb, and that is given in simple present tense. Clear? And dear children, is there, and here according to the subject, we studied that do or does we can use in simple present tense, but that also according to the subject. If the subject is singular in number, we use does. If the subject is plural in number, I, we, you, they, or any plural subject, we use the auxiliary verb do. Clear? Here we can see the same in this sentence, the subject is Rohini. That is singular in number. When the subject is he, she, it, or any singular subject, we use the auxiliary verb does. Clear? So here, does followed by the subject Rohini, and then dear children, when we are using do, does, did, we use the verb in its base form. Clear? Does Rohini write stories? Does Rohini write stories? Clear? So, in these examples, notice that the question above requires yes or no for an answer. If we just ask, are you 11 years old? Yes or no, we can get this answer. Yes, no answer we can get. If I say, does Rohini write stories? Yes, Rohini writes stories. No, Rohini does not write stories. Clear? So here we can see in these questions we can get the answer just in yes or no. So we call these questions yes-no type questions. Clear? And always remember in the examples, when a declarative sentence is changed into an interrogative sentence, the position of the auxiliary verb and the subject is interchanged. I explained you while doing the first example. Clear? And when the main verb in a sentence is in simple present or simple past, what we do? We use do, does or did in the beginning of the sentence. Clear? To make the question, as I have explained you in this example. So these are yes-no type questions. Now let us see what are WH questions. Interrogative sentences are of two types. First one is yes-no type question. Already we studied right now. Now see what are WH questions. WH questions. Questions can also be formed using WH words. What are WH words? Many times in the previous classes also I have explained you. When we studied about the tenses and all, I explained you what is WH word. WH words are what, when, who, whose, which, where and how. All these are the WH words. To form questions with WH words, the subject and the verb are interchanged after the WH word. For example, I am 11 years old. I am 11 years old. We can see it's a declarative sentence. It's a simple statement. It's a declarative sentence. Now we have to convert this into interrogative sentence. What type of interrogative? WH question. So what is the suitable word here? We can use how. Though it is not beginning with WH, but it is also comes in WH category. Okay, how word also comes under WH category. So how, then what we studied, which the subject and the verb are interchanged. Subject and the verb are interchanged. How old are you? am is changed into are, I is changed into you. Here subject and then verb, but when we make it a question, we write the verb first, auxiliary verb, and then followed by the subject. How old are you? And question mark at the end. Dear children, always remember to put question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence. Whenever you are converting declarative sentence into interrogative, never forget to put question mark at the end. If you are writing the whole sentence correctly, but you are not putting the question mark, that means it's a grammatical mistake. Clear? So avoid that. Always remember to put question mark at the end. Now, let's study about exclamatory sentences. So, next is exclamatory sentences. Dear children, exclamatory sentences express strong feelings. They express strong feelings. Feelings of surprise, feelings of admiration, feelings of appreciation, and so on. The words which express the strong, sudden feelings and emotions are known as exclamatory sentences. Let's see the example. So, look at here on the board. Amitabh Ghosh wrote a great book. It's a declarative sentence. Simple statement. It's a declarative sentence. Amitabh Ghosh wrote a great book. When we change into interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, what a great book Amitabh Ghosh wrote. What a great book Amitabh Ghosh wrote. In this sentence, what expresses a strong feeling, a strong appreciation of the book? What expresses the strong appreciation of the book that Amitabh Ghosh wrote? Sometimes in exclamatory sentences, the object is placed immediately after the WH word. Sometimes the object is just placed after the WH words and before the subject. The exclamatory mark is always used at the end of the exclamatory sentence. This is the sign of exclamation. Clear? After the exclamatory sentence, we always use this sign of exclamation. Exclamatory sentences can be written without using exclamatory words also sometimes, but you must always use the sign of exclamation at the end of the sentence. Some other expressions used in exclamatory sentences are hooray, to express joy. We have studied some interjections also in the previous chapter. Alas, to express grief, sorrow, sadness. Beware, to give warning. Oh dear, to express concern. Help, to express fear. Wow, to express appreciation, and so on. In the chapter when you studied about interjection, you have studied these expressions. These expressions can also be used in exclamatory sentences. Clear? So, dear children, we have studied the 4 types of sentences. First one is declarative sentence. Declarative sentences are of 2 types, affirmative or negative sentences, and then affirmative or positive sentences, and the second one is negative sentence. Clear? And then comes imperative sentences, which express the advice, suggestion, command, request, and so on. And then comes the interrogative sentences. They are of 2 types, yes no type questions and WH questions. And at last we studied the exclamatory sentences, which express the strong feelings and emotions. Emotions and strong feelings of surprise, admiration, appreciation, etc. Clear? So dear children, your homework is to write down all these definitions in your notebook and learn them. Thank you.